Hi everybody, I'm Garrett, and today we're going to go over how easy it is to install your ActionGlow lighting system on a snowboard. First things first, you're going to want to make sure that your snowboard is acclimated to room temperature. So bring it in the night before and just make sure it gets up to temp. Second of all, if it's dirty and you've already been using it a lot this season, just hit it with a wet washcloth. Try to get as much dirt and grime off of it as possible. But if you just purchased a new board, like this guy here, you can just whack it with the included alcohol swab. Before we do anything though, we want to test to make sure the system you received is working properly. So pop a battery in both of the power supplies, give it a couple of clicks, and just make sure that everything is working how it should. The next thing we want to do is decide the layout for your lighting system. Now we recommend applying it in a straight line, and then you're going to want the power supplies tucked in pretty close to the bindings to keep it away and out of harm's reach, but you still want to be able to get a finger in there to pop open your battery compartment. Now that we have our layout decided, we're going to take the alcohol swab and hit those areas that you plan on installing your system. Now this will dry really quickly, but you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Next, we're going to take our included adhesive promoter and we're going to hit those exact same areas that we just did with the alcohol swab, but this time with the promoter. Rip this open, pull it out, and you're going to do this to both sides as well, just like the alcohol swab. Now this is pretty strong, so if you prefer to wear some gloves, you can do that, but it will not harm you. We just recommend to wash your hands when you're done. Again, this will dry extremely quickly. Put this aside, and we'll begin installing our lighting system. The prep work is done. Now we're going to take the adhesive backing off the power supply and lay it in the spot where we'd like it to go. Once again, we're going to keep in mind that we need to access this battery compartment, but we do want it tucked in close to the bindings to keep it out of harm's way. That aside. And we're going to make sure that we have enough room to do what we need to do. And then you're just going to press it into place there. Now we're going to repeat a very similar process before the LED strip. So we're going to take the backing off the back here. And we already kind of have a good idea. We want it to go in a straight line along the edge of the board. But we don't want any of the light hanging off because we don't want it to interfere with your carving and riding. Now that we have a good layout, we like that. And you are just going to peel back the adhesive backing as you press the LED strip into place here. Now I'm keeping it fairly close to the edge, but the LED strip is fully on the board. Now if your bindings come too close to the edge of your snowboard and you don't have room for the LED light strip, that is okay. We've spent many years customizing this LED strip to take a beating. So what you can do is just lightly unscrew your bindings and lift up the back or the toe, the heel or the toe side just enough as to where you can kind of fit the LED strip under there. Now you won't even feel it under your feet, so don't worry, and you don't have to worry about any of the pressure from your feet damaging the light strip. Now we're just going to give it a press. And we're going to make sure that the entire system is secure. Now we're going to repeat the exact same steps, but for the other side of the board. And once again, we're just going to go back over the LED strip and the power supply with our fingers here to make sure that the entire system is nice and adhered on. And just like that, you have completed the installation of your ActionGlow LED lighting system on your snowboard. The last crucial step is just to let this cure at room temperature for the next 24 hours before you go out and ride.